Dave Ramsey, a well-known talk show host, is brilliant in my book when it comes to managing spending, debt, and real estate. I recommend his books in my books and frequently hand out his DVDs on budgeting and cash flow management, as well as his courses. However, when it comes to understanding investments and portfolio withdrawal rates, Dave could use a little education. I listen to Ramsey on my 11-minute commute home each day. I know that's hard for some of you to believe that live out on the coasts. But over the past month, I've caught enough incorrect information that I thought it was time to respond via my column and on this webcast, instead of talking back to my radio. On the October 22nd show, a reader asked Dave his opinion of real estate investment trusts. Now, while Dave likes real estate as an investment class, he trashed REITs as having terrible returns, mainly because of excessive management fees. He said there wasn't a good REIT around that garnered anywhere near a 12% return over the past 10 years, like, quote, good growth mutual funds, end quote, which, according to Dave, easily returned 12 to 15% a year. During another program that same week, a listener asked him if value funds had overall returns in excess of growth funds. Dave quickly responded no, that growth-oriented mutual funds outperform value-oriented mutual funds. Now, unfortunately, Dave didn't check the facts, which directly contradict his advice. Over the past 10 years, and this is ending September 30th of 2007, the Vanguard REIT Index Fund averaged 11.91% annually, while good growth mutual funds, and I used the Morningstar US Growth Index, have averaged 2.6. I mean, wow. Mutual funds that held value-oriented stocks, the ones that didn't do so good according to Dave, have returned 3 times more than growth stocks over that 10-year period, 8.91%. Now, of the 2014 growth mutual funds that have been around 10 years or more, the REIT index had a higher return than 89% of them. It's pretty staggering. So let me put this another way. If you had $100,000 in the REIT index fund 10 years ago, today you'd have $308,000 and change. Had you followed Dave's investment advice and invested in good growth mutual funds, you would have just $129,000 and change. Now, giving Dave the benefit of the doubt, I thought that perhaps he was looking at the 5-year stats and just got confused. So I checked. The Vanguard REIT Index Fund earned an annual return over the past 5-year period of 20.81%. Good growth mutual funds still lagged REITs, but earned a respectable 14.63%. The Vanguard REIT Index Fund had a higher return than 80% of all growth mutual funds over that 5-year period of time. Also, value mutual funds thumped the good growth funds again, earning 18.5%. So, maybe the 3-year picture was better. No. The REITs did 18.59%, while the good growth funds lagged again at 12.83%. And the value funds trumped growth again with 15.6%. Once again, the REIT Index Fund beat 79% of all the growth funds. So the facts would seem to suggest just the opposite of Dave's advice. Buy a good REIT mutual fund and forget about those underperforming, poor returning, good growth mutual funds. Of course, longtime readers and listeners of my columns and webcasts know that is not sound advice either. It's essential for a good growth portfolio to be diversified in order to reduce volatility and balance risk. Now, this means including at least 5 asset classes in your portfolio. Most of the portfolios that I put together have 9. You want to include U.S. stocks, growth stocks and value stocks, large cap and small cap, international stocks, REITs, market neutral funds, natural resource funds, and a variety of different bond funds, including TIPS bonds. Now, Dave Ramsey does a great job of helping you minimize your debt and maximize your cash flow. If he weren't so popular and well respected, I could have easily been content to drone at my car radio and forget about it. However, because so many listeners value his advice, he owes it to his audience to do more thorough research before giving them investment information.